Good morning. Please, can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Good morning, everyone. Let's give ourselves about 3 minutes, 3 more minutes to start, whilst we wait for others to join. Timate, please, are you all using one device?
Jackie, we are all using one phone, please.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Then we can proceed. Good morning once again. Today
Good morning.
we are privileged to listen to a presentation by Daniel Johnson on a web-based technology known as the Siteeye. Siteeye could play a key role in conducting site inspection and construction management remotely. Daniel Johnson is a graduate from UDS, where he studied earth science, then proceeded to pursue a master's in material science and engineering in China. He is currently stationed at a Yendi site, performing the role of works inspector for the rehabilitation of Tamale Yendi Tatale. Daniel, you may proceed to share your screen and start your presentation. Thank you. Daniel,
Hello.
you may proceed to share your screen and start your presentation.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, we can hear you.
Hello, Jacqueline. Can I proceed?
Yes, please, you can proceed.
Okay, good morning, everyone. I'm Daniel Johnson, currently deployed on the OPRC Package 1 project as a works inspector. And I'll be introducing Siteeye, what I see as the revolutionary software for site management. My presentation will take this outline. So Siteeye is a web-based data processing and 3D management software that was developed in 2017 by the I4 team. The I4 team is made up of PhD students of Dr. Onur Pekan, and the team's main aim was to bring the construction and IT industry together. So the team put together their civil engineering and computer science expertise in developing the Siteeye software. And the Siteeye provides access to relevant project stakeholders from project managers, site supervisors, and more. So we look at what site management is. Site management is a process of overseeing and coordinating that takes place at construction site, and that can be done by a construction manager, a team of engineers, depending on the size and complexity of the project. So site management has problem solving, documentation and reporting, communication and coordination, and quality control. So in as much as site management is very key, one might ask, what are the importance of site management, or why is it important? So site management is of paramount importance for several reasons, such as quality control, communication and stakeholder management, safety and risk management, project coordination, and time management. So in as much as it's very important, there are some lapses in site management, such as inconsistencies in documentation, and communication can sometimes be ineffective, and some lapses in quality control. So we'll now look at what Siteeye is. So there are some tools that requires to be able to use Siteeye effectively. There are tools that one requires to be able to use Siteeye effectively. Number one is a drone. That's to capture close-up images and videos of your target area. And you will need a laser scanner, you will need a laptop, a mobile phone, or a tablet to be able to process the software. And with how it's used, there are three major stages in using Siteeye. That is the load, review, and manage. And with the loading, the images captured using the drones, laser scanners, and even the mobile phones are uploaded. And they are then examined in detail using the tools prepared with the image processing and AI algorithms. Various stakeholders can then have access to the created models of the target area. So Siteeye can be used in road construction, in building. It can be used to track landslides. It can be used in earthquakes, just to mention a few. So I'll start with structural control. Can be used for structural damage assessment. So for structural damage assessment, test the damage to structure. Site can be used to get a closer image from the created 3D models. And with how it helps in the field, Siteeye can then help to keep track of the various stages of damage by checking the structure with regular observations, and can automatically detect changes that occur in the structure. And with some advantages when it comes to structural control, it's less time, it's cost effective, and it minimizes risk. Used to create a digital model of your research area, be it a landslide or an earthquake, and detailed information about the area you are researching as to whether it's an earthquake or landslide, as I mentioned earlier, can be created with Siteeye's 3D topographic model. And then from the 3D model that has been created, you can measure the length and volume, and you can also, and this data can also be integrated into GIS, building information model, and AutoCAD. And some advantages of Siteeye field includes tracking your research sites in different regions on a single platform, and it can help detect potential hazards in advance by tracking the damages with the 3D models you create. And it also reduces possible risks by safely monitoring your field from where you are, and it minimizes your risk, your time at risky areas, for example, with the earthquake and landslides. And then I'll focus more on construction areas, Siteye's application in construction areas. And it still follows the same load, review, and manage, where you create a digital model of your site with a drone or laser scanner. And then you follow your field development remotely with the created 3D models. And you easily reach every stage by achieving your construction stages with regular observations and AutoCAD and GIS. So project tracking, I'll just highlight some of the key features of Siteeye in construction areas. So Siteeye can be used to track the progress of your projects by the images captured on the drones. You can superimpose the images and it gives you a complete 3D model of the progress of work. You can also upload your architectural dimensions, like the architectural layout of your building, onto the captured image and conduct further tests. So Siteeye can also help you the few steps. And the perimeter of the stack to be calculated volume is selected by the user as points, as you can see the red points. And the area calculated. And I believe everyone can see the video, please. Okay, so moving on to geometric measurements. Site-eyes analysis on data from the drone, laser scanners, or mobile devices. It allows you to make geometric measurements such as length, angles, area of your construction site, and excavation height. And with this one as well, I'll also show a short video so we can have a full understanding of how it works. So as you can see from the length measurements, you can get the length of your construction area and it computes the area of your construction area automatically. And with this, you can also calculate the depth of excavation. And the tool also allows you to measure angles. Okay, so we'll move on to Siteeye's geotechnical tools. And with the geotechnical tools, you can conduct your own drawing and have a 3D visualization of what exactly your structure would look like. So with this feature, as you can see, for example, relating it to sites, if you have a new built culvert that you're supposed to build at a particular chainage, having the dimensions of the culvert, you can actually use this tool to have a 3D visualization of how the culvert is going to look like on the road when built. Okay, then we come to conclusion. We are going to look at, in summary, the benefits of how Siteeye improves site management, and it improves reporting and documentation because it gives you a precise and full-scale model of the terrain or structure that is digitized and it's uploaded to your computer. Therefore, it prevents you from skipping any detail of your project, and it also enhances communication and problem solving in a sense that decisions are made easily because you have a 3D model of your project area on the table. So, for example, in a stakeholder meeting, if you have a 3D model of your project site on the table, it's easy to make some measurements or address certain issues that arise during the construction phase. And project management without going to sites, because the data is digitized by Siteeye and are displayed and interpreted by all stakeholders who have access to the project. So project management and follow-up can be minimized as if you were there without going to the field, with some features of Siteeye such as precision autophoto, point cloud, and mesh. And site risk can be reduced when you talk about landslides, and also it saves time and money, and it improves quality control. Thank you. Hello.
Hello, Daniel.
Hello. Yes, please.
Yeah, thank you for the wonderful presentation. I don't know if anyone has a comment, question, or contribution to what the presentation we just witnessed. Okay, so Daniel, my question is about the tools that are required. I don't know if you are able to tell us what each of them does. For example, I'm more interested in what the drone, it's supposed to, the role of the drone in this application.
Okay, thank you for your question. And with the drone, for example, as Emmanuel in his previous presentation, a drone is used to capture close-up images or video of your target area, and that video is then uploaded onto the Siteeye software for further analysis. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Emmanuel, please, you may proceed to ask your question.
Okay, good morning, everyone. And Daniel, thank you for the wonderful presentation. So I wanted a clarity as to whether the Siteeye could also serve as a simulation tool. At a point, I felt it was like a simulation tool. So I wanted you to confirm if it could help you, like for instance, the culvert sizes you were talking about. If you could assist the engineers to choose between two proposed culvert sizes to be installed. So maybe you put culvert A and assess how it's going to look like, and you also put culvert B to see how it's also going to look like when it is installed on the road. Does the Siteeye also play this function? Thank you.
Okay, Emmanuel, thank you for your question. I would say yes, it can also be used as a simulation tool because it gives you a 3D model of your area. So the 3D visualization tools, you are able to, as you said, if you are to install two culverts, you'll be able to actually install these two culverts and present it in a meeting for them to see how the tool coverage is going to look like on the road. So yes, it serves as a simulation tool as well. Thank you.
Very much.
Please, any other questions or contribution? Okay. Okay, Engineer Melanie, please, you can proceed to ask your question.
Good morning, everyone. Daniel, thank you for your very informative presentation. I am excited that we are intrigued by new technology or advances in the industry. During the COVID, we saw a lot of industries revolutionize and attempt to adopt technologies in different fronts. One of the industries that struggled to find technology to do its work was our industry, because the kinds of technologies we have enable the performing of our work, but somewhat did not allow either complete automation of our work processes, or that it did not allow for us to be able to carry out particularly those field engagements. So I am excited that we are beginning to find collaborative work that is that could enable remote work in this form. So thank you for bringing this light, and just to encourage all of us that with recent advances in technology, it will be very important that we become very tech savvy in the many emerging techs that are available now, and attempt to understand how they work, particularly because we in this part of the world may need to customize some of this to suit our environment, or find innovative ways of adapting what already exists to make it workable in our environment. So let's keep up with our interest in this and encourage each one another in finding such innovative approaches. Thank you, and well done, Daniel.
Thank you, Engineer Melanie. Emmanuel, please, you may proceed.
Okay, thank you. So, due to maybe internet fluctuations, I don't know whether you have already mentioned it, but then I would like to know whether it's an open source software or we have to purchase it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your question. You have to purchase it because it was developed by Turkey. So one disadvantage is that everything is in Turkish, but you have to write to them and they send you a quotation before you can purchase. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so if there are no further questions, then we would bring today's presentation to an end. Thank you so much, Daniel, for the wonderful presentation and letting us know something new today. And thanks to everyone for being here to listen to what Daniel had to share. I wish you all a good week and see you all next week. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.